What's up guys, today I'm going to be talking about one of the best upcoming new gen mangas and anime, Jujutsu Kaisen. And yeah, if you've been around the anime community for a fair bit now, or if you've watched a fair bit of anime, you've definitely heard of this anime. And what a better way to talk about it than the recent chapters that have not long released. So yeah, there are going to be spoilers, a bit of manga spoilers throughout this video, so you have been warned. If you watch the anime only, you've been warned. But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is it's not a unique series. It takes a lot of inspiration, can't say that word, from Bleach and Naruto. You can tell with just the way that the fights are made, and the way some of the character designs are. But yeah, it's not like the story's whole unique and stuff. Like, you got Yuji with the inner demon and stuff like that, and that's been done before with Ichigo and Zangetsu, and I haven't watched Naruto, but I know Naruto has an inner demon as well. But it's not like a unique series, but I think where JJK shines is with its side cast, because if you've been reading the manga throughout the Culling Game arc, like everyone else has, or just been skimming through it or whatever, you've noticed that Yuji's not like a major part in that arc at all. Well, he wasn't in the Shibuya arc either. Like, the main character in the arc has been yeah, he's the main character of the story, but when it comes to like the arcs and stuff, he gets put on the backbone and becomes a side character, while different characters become the main character for a bit. Like, for example, in the Shibuya arc, I would say Megumin was the semi-protagonist in that, because he had one major fight in the arc, and then a lot of other stuff happened in it. Same in this arc. I would say Yuta and Maki had their own moment in this arc, dedicated to themselves. So I would say those two will kind of carry the protagonist role a bit in this arc alone. But yeah, the way that JJK carries its sidecast on its back and just brings them up, instead of just letting them be dead weight like some mangas do. Like, I know people are gonna hate me for saying this, but My Hero does it a lot. And people can say, oh, what about Bakugo, what about Todoroki? There's only a handful of MHA characters that are actually good side characters. The best three in that entire series is Deku, Shigaraki, and probably Bakugo. That's it. Everyone else in that whole entire series is not a good written side character, except from Aizawa. Aizawa's pretty decent, but Todoroki, I just find him boring as fuck, so I can't stand him. But JJK, what it does, it's not afraid to make your favourite character either be killed off or make it so you hate that character. I wasn't a big fan of Maki at the start of the series, and then what they did with her entire backstories and her sister was really well done. And I still think, to this day, that she's the best written new gen female manga character. Because she's definitely not the best written female character. Like, people like Rukia Kuchiki, Nami from One Piece are way better written characters than her. It's just that for new gen manga, I still think she's the best written female character. And right now, no one has taken her spot for me. Maki is a badass, man, and I love her character design. But the one where she went to this kiddish, normal school girl martial artist type thing in the first half of JJK, and then now where she's got all the burnt scar on her face, she's got the short hair and shit. It looks fire, man. Another thing I'd say JJK does really well is build the relationships between characters up. Because I'm hoping I don't butcher this guy's name. I think his name's Chaser or something. The guy with the black thing on his face. I wasn't the biggest fan of him at the start of the series, but later down the line, and when he was fighting Kenjaku and learning about his relationship with Yuji and how he wanted to become human, that shit was incredibly well done. And I know people don't like his character because obviously what he did at the start, and he wanted to kill Yuji and shit. But you have to notice that a massive jump of character development towards when he was fighting Kenjaku from when he first met Yuji. That was huge, and it's still probably one of the coolest fights in the entire series. I would say Chaiso versus Kenjaku, man, what an amazing fight. And another thing I would want to point out is this is kind of just my personal opinion, but the like over hype over certain characters as well in JoJo. Like, if you think about it, Gojo is the most popular character in JoJo. It's pretty obvious why. But yeah, people overhype his strength way too much. Like, yeah, he has infinity and shit, and that comes into play a lot because infinity is basically a pocket dimension where you have to have enough strength to cut through it or just hit him. It's one of those things where it's like, because he has such a unique and broken ability, people just think he's broken as fuck, and he's not. I think still 20 Finger Sukuna will beat him, just because we haven't seen much of Sukuna yet. We've seen his domain expansion, and we don't know much about his curse technique either. We know it's like kind of similar to like two knives, where one's like a massive cleaver and one's just a straight sword. I know it's like that, but like, we need to learn more about Sukuna's actual powers before we judge who and what can beat who. Because I still think Sukuna will fuck up Gojo right now, especially right now in the manga. But the only kind of tweaks I have with JJK is the kind of, I say they don't do this much, but they do it to some important characters. Is like either they overlook some characters when they either die or just forget about them, or they're just not confirmed it and don't show up until later. Because that's what there's one character in particular, it's Nobara. I was a big fan of, and ever since she had a half of the eye burn, we haven't seen her since. And I don't think she's dead. I 100% don't think she's dead. But like, I want her to come back, man. And I don't think they are forgetting her. I'm thinking that they're just saving her to bring her back in a more crucial point in the story, and I don't mind that. But it's like, right now I think everyone's kind of forgotten about her, and she's a really important character to like the relationship between Megumin and Yuji as well. They're like kind of the trio in that group. And yeah, I don't mind it, but like, fucking hell, man, we need to bring her back, man, because the newest trio with Angel, Megumin and Yuji, it's alright, but I want the OG trio to come back. That's the only kind of point I have in JJK, and like with the flawless and stuff, because I love the world building in JJK. I think it's really damn good. But yeah, when it comes to like the abilities and stuff to the characters, some are really unique. Like, you've got Gojo's Infinity, you got his Six Eyes, you've got Yuta's copy technique or mimic, whatever you want to call it. But you've got a lot of amazing, well-written stuff in JJK. But the only kind of issues is some of the forgotten characters and the way the story is sometimes, because the way that story progresses, sometimes it kind of switches off the main character's role to other people. And I think, because the story that the writer's trying to build, Yuji is the perfect protagonist for it. But Megumin right now, if spoilers for mangas by the way, Megumin right now, Sukuna's taking over his body, and he looks cold as fuck, man. Because we've always known Sukuna's had an interest in Megumin for some reason, and now we know why. It's kind of just a massive plot jump for all of us. A massive plot twist for all of us, and Sukuna looks fucking badass in this like new form or new body, man. And I wonder what he's going to do now, because I think he's done what what Megumin couldn't do, what he couldn't do to Yuji. So I think he's fully taken over Megumin's body, or Megumin's got to fight Sukuna to regain his body. But the questions I've got for new upcoming chapters is Sukuna going to be released into his own body, or is he going to go back to Yuji at some point? Because this is like an interesting scenario, because someone's probably going to think about it, but I can't think of an anime that's done this before. Like, not like having an inner demon, because a lot of animes have inner demons nowadays. Like, have the inner demon jump to another person's body and take hold of it. Because I can't think of one on top of my head. I think there is one out there, but I can't think of it on top of my head. But the one thing I will say about this entire like new chapters that's coming up, man, JJK right now has been the most hyped up thing ever, man, and I'm loving it, man. Because JJK is Out of all the new gen manga, it's the one that I see the second most overlooked. Black Clover is the most overlooked, then it's JJK. Everyone thinks that My Hero and Demon Slayer are number top, and it's like, fuck no, they're not. Demon Slayer is a basic written story with decent side cast, and My Hero is just up and down sometimes. Like Shigaraki is the only good thing about the story. I can't stand like Deku and shit like that. They are good written characters, but I can't stand them personally. But yeah, right now JJK has been fucking lit. If you guys want me to make a video about Black Clover and the most upcoming Black Clover chapters, I wouldn't mind doing that, because I love Black Clover. It's one of my favourite series, like JJK. I don't mind making a story about that, not a story, a video about Black Clover and how we've gone from obviously the Spade Kingdom arc to this new arc. I don't mind doing that. The only thing I think JJK needs to work on right now is Yuji's development, because Yuji right now has had no power-ups and nothing since the exam arc, and when he gained what's it called, Black Flash. He has had nothing since then, so he needs a power-up and at least more character development to make him a decent protagonist. Because right now, I'm not saying he's a bad protagonist, he's just been put on the backbone too long, so he needs a good character development arc now and a power-up to go up against Megumin to fight Sukuna. I think that would be what would bring JJK from, like, if we're doing this in a tier list, it would bring it from like almost there to a like goated status. I think that is what JJK needs now, and personally I think it will be like once all the pieces are done and the story's finally concluded, because I know it's supposed to be finished this year, I'm probably gonna make a video just going over the entire story and thinking and overall giving my thoughts on it, because I think JJK will be one of the best written new gen mangas when it's finished. Because I haven't finished Hell's Paradise yet, but I can already tell Hell's Paradise is amazing. I haven't finished the full volume yet, but it's been brilliant so far. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.